You've heard of couples asking guests to leave their kids at home during a wedding, but well, this one is a first.
Yeah, a Texas couple asked guests to breastfeed in public or to not feed, only to do it in public at their wedding. And it's been all over social media. And people have strong opinions on both sides of the issue. Again, they were not allowed to breastfeed at their wedding. Jobin Paniker has more.
How sick and twisted are you to want to come to someone's wedding?
Sierra LaFrance never knew a social media post would create such a storm. It started with a wedding invitation with a request to breastfeeding moms, rarely seen, but not unheard of.
It's something that's natural, that shouldn't be shamed.
Sierra felt comfortable even breastfeeding her 2-year-old during our interview. The request of the bride and groom was that moms go to a designated spot in the ladies' room.
You wouldn't want to eat in a bathroom. I mean, like, why would you think that's an appropriate place, you know, to feed a child?
The couple, now identified as Shelby and Garrett, explained their side on a podcast called Wedding Reality Check with Sandy Malone. We reached out to the couple by social media. Did not get a response.
But if they had an issue with what we set forth, why didn't they come to us before the wedding and address the situation?
We met with Blake Nash, who is a wedding planner, has been for years, but is not connected to either side. He says the accommodation was reasonable.
I thought, they had it very nicely set up in there. And she also, I think, had the option to go to, a foyer or a hallway.
Personally, Blake doesn't mind what a breastfeeding mom does, but says they have an option to attend.
On a wedding day, we work for the bride and groom. So, if they ask you to do something, I think that's their wedding day.
Sierra's husband was actually the groom's best man, says all this is not about shaming them. But the wedding couple had thoughts on that, too.
Yeah, and they claimed that it wasn't to shame us, but it was. It was our wedding. It was my note. How much more direct can you get?
Sierra ended up not taking her newborn to the wedding. Whatever people think, Sierra thinks there is no middle ground.
There's people that say, well, I'm all for breastfeeding, but if there's a but in the sentence, you're not for breastfeeding.
A debate that won't be over anytime soon. Jobin Paniker, Channel 8 News.